We're kind of forcing this Azir into some bad recalls, and honestly, it all comes down to just hitting those chains. And if Knight is able to sort of stifle that, to sort of shore up that weakness, then his champion in the mid game is pretty much simply just better. Or it's so inefficient to not run to your primary lane. As top, you want to stay top. As mid, you want to stay mid. And as bot, you want to stay bot because you generate more stacks of the quest.
Ooh, Xiaohu going for an aggressive plan tonight, landing the flash chain, and JJ comes in as well. That's the mid jungle for Weibo, picking up first blood on Knight's return to the LPL in 2026. All year long, they finally get him back after, losing Wei halfway through the season. Now they get Shun back, who is a big part of their 2024 season as well.
Yeah, we see a few interesting things unfolding here. We're going to get to see this again. This is how the nature of the matchup is. You just want to be pressing
back
E.
into the tower, and we'll be able to get the solo kill as the Weibo mid laner gets punished heavily. But now, in the bottom lane, it's Elk and Erha getting revenge on Elk's former bot lane counterpart, as On will go down in a 2v2 kill himself.
Using the tower as an assist mechanism to take out Xiaohu and take back his spot in this game.
We see down in the bottom lane a dive about to happen as Shun goes in with the Cyclone onto Elk. Chain of Corruption does not connect, and Viper will go down to the turret, but he will get another kill in response. Xiaohu, though, comes in, forces Shun to flash away as well, but Erha lands a Tangle Barbs of his own with a nice flash to pick up a double kill for Xiaohu, and it's 5-2 to Waybo Gaming in the early game of this first matchup. Exactly what you said. Get Xiaohu ahead, and all of a sudden Weibo are going to be looking pretty good in this game. Now the LeBlanc sitting at 2-1-1, down in CS, but has 4 stacks on the Dark Seal as well. And Waybo Gaming able to pick up these Void Grubs, now look potentially for a play on to Bin. Has the ultimate at his disposal, but going to get hit up with the public execution before he can even proc an R of his own. Erha the one to land the final blow, and Weibo are dominating the Rift here in Game 1.
Even getting interrupted there is just going to prevent him from having the tempo to do that. He does have the depth charge here, the Nautilus ultimate. That is one of the best ways to kill LeBlanc because there's just almost no way to lock that champion down. I remember when LeBlanc was more prominent in the meta, you would see Nautilus and Maokai as like the two main responses, just being those point and click CCs to help catch that LeBlanc. Got that top lane quest complete. He teleported back with the upgraded teleport, which gives him a 30% max HP shield, and he used that shield to all of his advantage.
Ooh, meanwhile, so low. Meanwhile, they got a fight here in the mid lane as the Pop Blossom goes on, and the Nautilus is immediately bursted down. However, Shun goes in with the Cyclone and makes it a trade at least of the support champions, being able to survive up in the top side as well as Zika unable to complete the dive up on the top side of the map.
More characters near the tower, the tankier they are. And so that's why, even though you have 3 champions hitting the tower, it just takes that long to take it out because the tower is just even tankier. Wow. So they finally do punch through it, but that's a pretty big difference on this patch compared to the previous one. It's just how long it took them to take that tower out. So well played from Zika. He's able to survive from Shun's ulti there and Bin's aggression, but both the towers are traded here in the side lanes.
As well as these neutral objectives, most importantly for Weibo, this is going to be Mountain Soul Point secured for themselves. Think about the burst ability that they already have in their kits. It's going to be harder for burst to go the opposite way, of course, if they're able to pick up some of these extra resistances. So 1,500 gold lead here for Weibo. It has dwindled slightly over the past few minutes, but they are still in a good position in this first game against BLG, given that they have this soul point. Up to the top lane, a little bit of a play on to Zika, who does not have that public execution at his disposal, and so Shun will be able to take him down with the help of Knight. Scoop and score here for BLG, but it'll come at a big cost as Xiaohu will come in and finish off the kill onto the Wukong with his Ignite, and now Knight's going to be in trouble as well as Erha lands the Pop Blossom, and Weibo perfectly punished the BLG mid-jungle duo.
Yeah, it looked like the BLG mid-jungle duo there had a really good look there onto Zika, using the Emperor's Divide, knowing that Zika didn't have the ulti of his own to help get to the other side of it. That's the thing with Ambessa. You have all the dashes in the world, but you can't dash over walls. Guess what? The Emperor's Divide is a wall, so Knight created that terrain. Yeah, we see that there's technically a 7 gold lead, make it 8 for Knight, but across the board, it's gold leads for Weibo. They're just simply playing better. We have a bit of a fight here.
Xiaohu going for a big play onto Viper, chunks him to half HP, but now gonna have to play some fancy footwork, and he's able to escape And that means that BLG able to survive the initial assault of Weibo, with Zika and Elk now pushing down the mid lane to try to get some chip damage onto the tier 1 turret. Shun has started up this dragon, and it should be pretty easy for BLG to finish it off and deny the soul. But JJ still waiting,
50-50.
still hunting to try to go for a bit of a steal. He does have his smite. Into the pit they go. Here's the big burst. Here's the play. Elk already gets the kill onto On, and it's the soul not secured by the side of Weibo. Grim Deliverance in here for Bin, and Knight's flashing over the wall to try to finish off some kills onto Weibo's side. Bin flashes in, gets the kill onto Zika, but on the backside of things, it's Elk picking one back up in response. Xiaohu and Erha still alive. It's still a 2v2 with them against Knight and Xiaohu, but Knight now feeling confident enough to flash forward, dash in onto Xiaohu, and allow the Weibo mid laner to flee. BLG deny the soul, and they'll win the team fight on top of it. It's a 3-for-3 overall.
These champions, the later the game goes on, the less useful they become, whereas that is not the same
Look
story.
at On. Was that blind onto Xiaohu? Oh my goodness, allowing for Shun to go in and finish off a big shutdown onto the star player of Weibo. That is a massive play from BLG support, and it's going to allow them to start up this Baron Nashor in a 4v5.
Yeah, that's exactly what BLG needed here, and they just call everything onto this Baron. Weibo's not going to be happy about this.
JJ looking to try to hunt his way back into the pit. Issues the Cataclysm. They're going to go for the full-on fight instead. Knight unable to find anybody here with the Emperor's Divide, and Zika wreaking havoc onto the backline, and Viper in some trouble with the public execution going on top of him. Zika almost able to finish off the kill, and he will be able to do so. And on the backside of things, it's Elk finishing off the rest of Bilibili Gaming. It's his former team, and Elk is here with a vengeance. Only Bin is left alive on BLG's side, but he's just revived and still very, very healthy in this situation. Healing up enough, but it will not be enough for them to win the fight. It's Elk finishing off the ace, and Weibo going over to the Baron themselves.
Yeah, I think BLG's position there was completely winning. And I just think that the way they played it was way too scuffed. I don't think that was the look they wanted. I think Knight completely shuffled in, pretty much hit nobody, had him out really well. And I think it was just the wrong look there. Another fight.
Now we get right back to action here with the dragon spawning in 7 seconds. Bin gets deleted, and Zika goes forward with public execution, burning the spell shield on Viper, but not landing the knockup. It is overall a 1-for-0 in favor of Weibo, but remember that this dragon will be the soul if they pick it up, and BLG not even bothering to contest. They're looking for objectives instead. They'll be able to get this tier 2 tower in the mid lane, but it'll come at the cost of a big mountain soul for Weibo.
So much more realistic than the fight approach that they did go for. I mean, obviously Knight did execute the fight, but sometimes you just have to have the courage, the gusto to just flip the whole game. They didn't have that confidence, and now it's going to cost them a mountain soul, and that means their chances of winning this game are slim to none.
That his former teammate, he knows that he wanted that one bad, but not going to happen as Knight comes out fruitless once more.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be missing Azir ult where you're trading ult for flash, but Grapes, that was the third Azir ult of the game that just did nothing. And here we go, we got another look. Zika doesn't get anything from that blast cone.
At his disposal. But BLG might have to go for broke in a situation
look at
like
this TP spot.
With Jejes controlling so much of this space. He finds the Cataclysm on a Viper and takes the Varus down instantly. And Zika comes right back into the fight. Up the two-man pot blossom from Erha. And that's curtains of game number 1. Weibo absolutely destroy BLG in their grand return to the 2026 stage. 21-9. They have a soul on top of it. And off the back of Xiaohu's LeBlanc, Weibo gonna get game 1 of this best-of-3 series.
Oh yeah, there's almost no way that BLG is gonna survive this. I mean, I've seen some miracles before, but as Zahen Azir here, there's practically no way they're defending this. Then you come for the push, that's just insurmountable. I mean, it looked like they possibly could have ended there, but again, I mean, Azir, he does have R, he does have Flash, he does have Zonya. He could possibly defend them, so why go for a 99% when you go for the 99 to the power of 99?
We're working towards the Elder as well. If they can get both of these, certainly will be wraps. As On is looking for an engage. Bin trying to find some sort of poke, and On already getting assassinated by the likes of Xiaohu. Elder could be the topic of conversation, but not before Elk's already able to dish out a ton of damage, and it's a triple kill in for Xiaohu on the LeBlanc. Waiting for the revive onto Bin to finish the job. They're going to give the kill over to Erha, and that will be it. Elder not needed, as Weibo will march down the mid lane and take game 1.
Yeah, and poetically, the only player left for BLG is the new blood back into the LPL on Bilibili here in Viper. He's just going to have to sit and watch as the rest of his team crumbles around him, and there is just nothing he can do as Weibo with the Mountain Soul, with the Baron, with all 5 members in tow, completely steamrolling BLG's base, destroying their nexus in a handed fashion.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.